I do not support this bill.
I call the Honourable Ruth Dyson.
I want to quote the Member of Parliament who spoke earlier in this debate, who started his speech in the way that I want to start mine and say, I am outraged at the speech that the member has just delivered. It was gobsmacking. Having sat on a select committee with that member for some months now, I frankly have come to expect better of him. I thought that that member was able to think for himself, was able to stand up for principles, and was able to allow a robust debate on important issues. But he's let me down. He's let a lot of people down, actually, as have his colleagues Pesutai Sam Lotuinga and Jonathan Young, who have both spoken earlier. The member from New Zealand First who spoke during this debate, Dennis O'Rourke, said that he suspected the reason that the National Party was opposing this bill, clearly they don't want it to go to select committee, they want to close down the debate fast, is because they're soft on crime. That may be a reason. That's certainly a possibility. I think, Mr O'Rourke, with respect, that you might need to just tune that a little more. I think they're soft on some crime. They're soft on crime that goes on in casinos. They want to turn a blind eye to that. They want to allow people who have committed crimes to use the profit of that crime in the casino. They want the casino to benefit from the crime, and they want to smile and wave and walk away. Why would they want to do that? Let me give that a bit of thought. It may be because the Prime Minister and Stephen Joyce are doing a shonky deal with the Auckland casino so that they can get around the current law, dramatically increase the number of pokie machines that they run in the Auckland casino, and Auckland will have a convention centre. But good on Auckland getting a convention centre. Actually, we'd like one in Christchurch too, because ours is pretty wrecked. It's probably gone actually by now. But we don't want to sell our community's health in order to get our convention centre. We would rather pay for it ourselves and protect our community from more harm rather than encourage it in the way that John Key's done. So I think that Dennis O'Rourke is correct. I think that the National Party are soft on crime, and particularly they are soft on crime that goes on in casinos. Otherwise, Mr Speaker, they would be supporting this legislation, at least to go to a select committee. What is the National Party scared of? What do they have to hide? That is the only reason that they'd all be putting up their hands and saying no to this legislation, that there was something that might come out at the select committee that might expose their shonky deal with the Auckland Sky City Casino behind the scenes, getting round New Zealand law. That's exactly what the situation is with the Auckland casino.
Point of order, the Honourable Member Michael Woodhouse.
Mr Speaker, I've been listening very carefully to the members' contributions and comparing it with the Speaker's rulings as set out in Speaker's ruling 50/3. And I fear that the last comment the member has made, which I won't repeat, has certainly strayed into territory that is improper for a member of this House to make.
Actually, I was actually thinking of 51/5 myself, and I would just caution the member to be careful in the way in which she couches the debate.
Come on.
Order.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. So the reason that I think the National Party don't want this bill to go to Select Committee is that because during submissions, looking at whether criminals should be able to spend the proceeds of their crime at a casino and whether the casino, knowing that, should benefit from it, I think that during the submissions on that, the deal that John Key and Stephen Joyce is doing with the Sky City Casino in Auckland so that that organisation can get around the law and dramatically increase the number of pokie machines it runs, which we know will do great harm in our community, and in return they have to provide a convention centre which they'll make money of. That's where the National Party is afraid and doesn't want this bill to go to a select committee. So Labour is supporting this. We want the debate. There might be, as there often is, in a members' bill, some matters to clean out. We don't have the resources of government departments and agencies to write bills for us. Members rely on talented members within their own caucus. We're fortunate to have Charles Chauvel. Not sure who the Green Party has in their caucus. Any number of people might have written it. But Materia Toure is responsible for this bill, and I want to give her credit for bringing it to the House. It is an important area. It's one that this Parliament should not be afraid to debate.
I call the Honourable Member Denise Roach. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity.